Welcome friends to One Stop Java Solutions. I am Snehasis, and in my last two consecutive videos I explained how to create the web project, and I already have created one JSP page and servlet page, and I show you how to send the data from JSP to servlet page. Okay, so in the form means structure of form, we can send data. Okay, once we submit the form, the attribute inside the form will goes from JSP page to servlet page. Now today I will explain you how to configure the database in Tomcat. Okay, and also means from servlet page how you will access your database, MySQL database. So I have MySQL database installed in my system, so how you will connect from servlet to your MySQL system and you validate your login credentials. Okay, so here you can see servlet page I already created. Okay, so now I am showing you that how to use the database. So in one of my last topic in the core Java part, okay, so there I have explained. Here you can see from database to connectivity with Java. Okay, so that I explained, already explained. Okay, so now what I will do, I am just copying this code. Okay, I will explain once again. Just copy this code and I am pasting the code inside my servlet to post method. Okay, so here commenting out. Okay, so this is your try. Okay, then you have to write one more, like it should become here. This is try. A catch is missing. Okay, yeah, so this guy also come here. Okay, so okay, so okay, now fine. So that I copied here. So here I'm explaining the code. So here you can see that class for name equal to com.mysql.jdbc driver. Okay, and after that we are creating a connection object, connection con equal to driver manager. We are calling the driver manager dot get connection. Okay, and sending the URL. So here URL I already explained. JDBC is the driver name, MySQL is your database, and then it's here you can either use the port. Okay, 1270. So if you go to your MySQL or bench, here you can see it's localhost. Okay, so you can do give the localhost as well, or you can give here. If you click on this icon properties. Okay, so here what is it? Now here if you click on this properties icon, here you can see host name is this is your host IP. Okay, 127.0.0.1. so in this server your MySQL is what running. Okay, and port is 3306. So here anything you can either use this localhost and port is 3306, or you can give the means host name. Okay, IP address of the host and port. Okay, and then the username is root, and password I told you that while you installing your MySQL it will ask you some password. So here I have given that password is one root 123. Okay, so if you go to that part, go to here. Okay, here you can see JDBC, then MySQL, then this is the URL. Okay, so port, then then student is my database. So if you go to MySQL, here you can see I created a student database and there is a student details. Okay, so student details. So if you LMS is my schema name, not LMS, student, and then student details. So this is, so if I run it, select start from student or student details. So here you can see that student ID, last name, first name, some address, and date of birth is whatever it is, don't know. So it's already I have created one row. Okay, so now if you go to Eclipse, and here you can see, okay, so this is almost done. Okay, so if you run login.jsp once again, just run as run on server. Okay, and click on finish. Okay, I am giving one restart. Okay, so now you can see, okay, it is restarting. So meanwhile I am explaining this. So statement, then I am creating one statement object. Okay, so here you can see statement. Okay, here you can see statement stmt equal to con dot create statement. Okay, so creating statement object, and then result set equal to, using this statement we execute the SQL queries. Okay, so here SQL queries is select start from student details. Okay, so this is my query. So smtp dot execute query. Okay, I am calling this method and sending the query as well. So it will, so basically this driver manager will means registered your driver. Okay, register your driver, whatever my driver. So here driver is the com.mysql.jdbc.driver. So this is the driver for SQL database. Okay, so first it will register, and then we have to create a statement. Okay, and then we will execute the queries, and then we will perform the operations. Okay, so this is, now here you can see that restarted. Okay, and restart is done. So now if I give the username and password here, suppose I am giving 12345, and here also giving some password, and click on submit. Okay, it's giving some error, java.lang. Okay, class not found, exception from MySQL. Okay, so I haven't provide the driver. So for that I have to go to, so driver is missing. So driver you will get in your, what where is your SQL is installed. So there you can see the driver. So if you go to program files, okay, not program files, program files x86, here you can see MySQL is here. Okay, and inside MySQL you can see that the MySQL connector. Okay, and here MySQL connector Java. So this is the driver class. So for Tomcat. Okay, so for Tomcat you have to go to Tomcat lib folder. Okay, Apache. So here we have program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 9.0, and if you go to lib, here you can see all the jars are there. Okay, so you have to paste that jar. Okay, MySQL connector Java, this jar you have to paste, and after pasting you have to restart. Okay, so do restart once again. here also change the login.jsp. Oh, I just stopped it. So start it. Start your server, and now hopefully it will be able to connect. Okay, let's see. So it will take some time. Okay, it started. Okay, now I am clicking on this URL. Okay, username and password, and give the username and type something, and give some password as well, and click on submit. Okay, so here you can see, okay, in the console you can see it's fetching the data from database. Okay, so whatever I have database, so here you can see 2 is the student ID, then last name is Mondal, first name is BLE, and address Arambagh, date of birth, all these things are there. Okay, so it's fetch the data from this table. Now what I will do, going to this part, and while rs.next, what I will do, I will check the username. Okay, while I am just here printing, so instead of printing that, I will validate my credentials. Okay, so how you will validate your credentials? So you have, oh sorry, here it is. Okay, so login, close this one. Okay, so now what I will do, I will check. Okay, so request dot get parameter un, so this is your username. Okay, so I will check if request dot get parameter dot un dot equals, okay, dot equals with, so if it is dot equals with your rs dot, okay, I am checking with rs dot get string. Okay, get string, rs dot get string, and giving the column value is 1. So suppose I am giving the id. Okay, so id, or you can check with, okay, it's username. Okay, so username, so I am giving the first name, so I am giving 2 instead of 1, I am giving the checking with 2. Okay, and for password I am using the date of birth. Okay, so that means here okay, so not first one I am checking, so I am checking the id as a username, and or you can give 3 as well. So 3 is your name like PLE, and date of birth is this one. Okay, so whatever you have provided, so that is your date of birth, so that I will check with as a password. Okay, so if this one request dot get parameter, and I will check the next one. So and I'm checking that request dot get parameter password is pw. So I'm checking request dot get parameter, and here I am checking with p, giving the parameter name is pw dot equals, okay, dot equals rs dot get string, so rs dot get string, and here the last one means 1 2 3 4 5 6, so I'm checking it with 6. Okay, so if it's true, then what I will print, so in the response means in the sublet page itself I will print okay append login successful, login successful. Okay, okay, so to string don't need to use it is string only. And here also give that get parameter, this one, if this is, then we are printing this. Okay, and here where you will use one flag. Okay, so here inside try here also you can use int flag equal to 0, and if it is successful then flag equal to 1 and break. Okay, and after this while loop we'll check if flag equal to 0, that means condition is not satisfied. So if not, then we will print response dot write invalid credential. Okay, here we'll write invalid credential, save it, and then run it. So login sublet login dot jsp, give the username, suppose PLE, and password is the whatever date of birth is inside my database. So this, so it's better first copy it, might be there's some. Okay, so and paste it and submit. So here you can see login successful. Okay, and if you give the wrong anything any other password, and if you click on submit, then it will give you what happened, wrong password. Okay, okay, got it. So if this one means this, if okay, you have to write inside the bracket. Okay, that means if it satisfied, then it will do this part. Now run it once again. Login successful is fine, and if you, so now give once again, give some arbitrary password and click on submit. Here you can see invalid credentials. Okay, so this is clear. So here means if this block of statement will execute, then we will do the flag is 1 and break from this loop. Okay, and if it is not executed this block, that means the whole result set will, it after whole result set iterate, it will means flag should be 0, and we are checking flag is 0, that means this block of statement will not execute. Okay, so that means it's invalid credential. Okay, so no matching credential is there, so that means it's invalid credential. So this is the what. So in this way you can validate your login credentials. Okay, for any applications or any website design you can do like this way. Okay, so this is the steps. So first you have to register your means load the driver class. Okay, first, then register your driver class, then you have to create the prepared statement. Okay, connection statement established means once connection is established, then you can create the statement connection. And once the statement you have created the statement, then you can execute your queries, and then after doing all these operation you have to close your connection. Okay, connection object, so connection con, so you have to close your connection object. So these are the steps, and using these steps you can establish the connection between your servlet page with your database, and the business logic whatever you can you want to write, you can write inside your servlet. So here one, the JSP page is your front end and this servlet is your backend. Okay, so backend basically contain the business logic, and front end will content your look and feel, and means whatever you want to show the client. Okay, client means your end user, so they will in front of web browsers. Okay, so they can see your front end, so that is designed in JSP, and your backend is designed in your using Java, so it's servlet, and database for storing the data you are using MySQL. Okay, so hope this is clear. So thanks for watching these videos, and if you like my videos you can subscribe my channel, and also you can share my channel with your friends. Okay, and also click on the bell icon so that once I upload the next video you will get the notification. And in the description box you can see the link of my channel is there, so you can go there and watch the relevant videos. Basically you will get all the videos related to core Java, advanced Java, and this web page design, dynamic web page design related, all these topics I already covered, so that part you will get there, so go there and watch. Thanks for watching this video.